Hey YouTube, this is Maisha. Remember to like and subscribe, and you want to ring that bell so you get notifications anytime I upload new videos. I upload new videos on Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. On this channel, we talk about the different ways to earn passive income online. Today, we're going to talk about the 10,000 hour rule. Every master was once a disaster, and this is my word of advice to you. When you are learning anything new, you cannot compare your journey to another person's journey. Anything that's new to you is going to take some time to develop some skill. With you developing some skill, it takes work and it takes effort. A lot of people want to do minimal effort and have huge results. However, how attainable is that? Where you do minimal effort, big results. There will be a time where you're going to be able to do minimal effort and get results, but this is how this actually worked. I remember I went to a live event some years ago. I believe it was in 2016. And there was an analogy that this guy gave. His name was Amon Puyo. And Amon Puyo is a 8-figure earner. And he spoke about his experience where he developed the ability to master sales. And what it is when you're doing sales is you have to do a lot of prospecting and you work to close. So prospecting means that you seek out new potential clients. And during your prospecting phases, you have to experience a lot of rejection. People is going to tell you no on a consistent basis. You probably are going to start to hear more no's than yeses. But at some point in time, it's going to be a lot of yeses. So this was his analogy where it's a lot of work, then you get paid. Then it's work, pay. When you're especially on an especially when you're on an entrepreneur journey, you are going to put in a lot of work and you're not going to see the payoff right away. A lot of business may take 2 to 5 years to turn a profit. So you always have to keep this in mind. You see, a lot of people look for the fast payoff. And my advice to you is just know that it's not that quick to get a payoff when you are doing anything with an entrepreneur endeavor. Now, to go back to Amon's analogy, he said it's work, pay. Then it's a lot of work, pay. Pay. Then there's going to be a point where you're going to do work, pay. Then he said it's going to be work, pay, meaning that you are getting to the point where you started to gain some mastery. Now, to get back to what we were talking about is the 10,000 hour rule. Statistically, it's proven that it takes 10,000 hours for you to master a skill. So if you know that there's statistical facts to back up that it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill, why do people get so disappointed when they've been doing something new for 2 to 6 weeks? Most people quit before 90 days, right? Let's just face it. They start something, they start off all excited. 30 days go by. They have the momentum still going. And then 60 and then 90 days come. And by the time 90 days go by, most people quit. And that is because people have this false sense of expectation and they are looking at the external things, meaning they're watching other people who has been in a journey for probably 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and they're comparing another person's journey to their own. So when you compare somebody else's journey to your own, people start to feel inadequate and unworthy, and it gets them naturally discouraged, and then they eventually quit. So to know these things in advance is really good, because if you know in advance that you just have to work on developing your skill, working on your mindset, everything's 90% mindset, 10% skill, then that's what's going to keep you ahead of the game. And we are never going to give up. 10,000 hours. Map out a plan and execute it. And when you map out a plan, you have to come up with the pivots. You see, a lot of people believe that a plan is going to work in a straight line, and it never does. When you have a plan, you have to factor that there's going to be humps, hurdles, obstacles, and you cannot let it stop you. The moment that you profess that you want something so bad, that's when I feel like the universe throws these obstacles at you to put you to the test to see how bad do you want it. And this is why we need to factor in the hurdles, the obstacles, the ups and downs, because it will happen to you, and it's about how we handle it. So remember, this should be comforting to you, because this is not just, one-off situations. This is just for everybody. When you are learning something new, it takes work. It takes effort to become good. And especially when you're doing business, it does not happen overnight for people. And if you believe that you could be an overnight success, it does happen for, those diamonds in the rough. There are some people that are naturally going to do something a couple of times and may hit it big, but that is not going to be the average person's story. And then something else that we need to realize is anybody could create any kind of story that they want on social media. You see, a psychopathological liar has to believe in everything that they say. So once you tell a story enough times, you believe it to be true. A lot of people could create whatever kind of imagery that they want and persona and story and run with it. And a lot of people is going to believe it. Anybody could be like, hey, I am a multimillionaire, right? But they could be going home to just not even a house, to a room, due to their lifestyle. People could show you an extravagant lifestyle because they are able to rent out cars, rent out homes, make whatever, take pictures, do whatever they want. But is that their real lifestyle? So that's why it's so important to not idolize and to compare your journey to somebody else, because people need to remember that social media is what people want to show you, meaning they could show you whatever they want, real or fake. But focus on yourself, right? Because the thing about it is, if you hear that somebody, for instance, was in 15 weeks to earn $1 million, how much of their money can you spend? Yes, it can motivate you, right? It's supposed to motivate you, because if one person can do it, then that means that you can do it, because there's nothing different between you and another person. But we need to really just think about these factors, where we need to start looking at people in terms of inspiration rather than being motivated to want that lifestyle that they have. And you may be living even better than the person that you're idolizing. So please, just put some effort into developing some skills. Find something that you want to become good at and put in the work. Because if you make up your mind to put forth effort and just keep that 10,000 hour rule in your mind, then you are going to not get discouraged easily. And then when you see 30, 60, 90 days go by, 180, 6 months, then you're going to see a year go by. You're going to be happy, because you are going to be a person that doesn't quit. You are going to be a part of that 1% that keeps on going. So guys, I really hope that this is valuable to you. I love to talk about topics that really set people up to just think mindset wise, because when you can work on mental toughness and strength and keep on persisting and going through any challenges, you are able to conquer anything, and you will actually learn those skills to gain some money online or create passive income. But really is mechanics. Mechanics is the easy part. You could get shown different and exposure to different ways to earn the passive income, but the mindset aspect is highly important, because this is what could keep you back from really growing and thriving. So guys, my name is Maisha. I want to thank you so much for watching my channel. Once again, I create videos on Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Zai Jing.